Shalom, welcome back, B'ezrat Hashem. Picking up from Edain, right, we just left off just to quickly recap that DaNiiEL doesn't change the way that he prays or says the tefillah to Hashem, and they just passed that law that it's illegal to do that now. Anyone who doesn't call in the name of the God of this new king over here is going to now violate this commandment, and then they could throw him into the lion's den. So it says, Edain guvraya ilech, and then the men, which ones? These ones that we're speaking about, meaning the 117 men who were part of that council, who made that law specifically to try to get DaNiiEL to violate it, create a law that DaNiiEL would then violate, and then they would be able to do to DaNiiEL whatever they want. And here they wanted to throw him into the lion's den to kill him, essentially, in the most gruesome way. So it says here, Gishu v'hashkachu leDaNiiEL. Here Gishu, they felt, or they noticed, they recognized, v'hashkachu leDaNiiEL, and they found DaNiiEL. And where did they find him, or when did they find him? Ba'e u'mitchanen kodam elaheh, who is asking and mitchanen and finding favor before the kodam elaheh, before the eyes of his God, before the eyes of God. So basically, they caught him violating that rule. Now he's praying to the God of the heavens and earth, and not to
DaNiiEL. They caught.
Yeah, they caught DaNiiEL now. Yeah. Exactly. So Bedain, and then
What's the root of the word hargishu? Is it regesh? Like what's the word?
Yeah, regesh. I could see how exactly.
Like, isn't that also in modern Hebrew, like to feel something, right?
Beregesh. Oh, hirgishu means they did it with like a lot of emotion, like they.
Hargishu.
Beregesh umatza'u leDaNiiEL mevakesh umitchanen lifnei AHAVA. Okay. Right, the hashkachu, the matzu, the DaNiiEL, yeah. Right. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Bedain karivu ve'amrin kodam malka, and then they are karivu from the word karov, coming close, ve'amrin kodam malka, and are saying before the king, al esar malka, speaking over that isur of the king, that prohibition that the king has now signed into power, into effect. Halo esor rashamta, didn't this... Yeah, like sign. Roshem is an impression in modern Hebrew as well, but here, yeah, it's like Halo esor reshamta. Did you not this prohibition sign off on it? Dichol enash, that any person, diiv'e, that will ask, min kol elah, that will ask from any god, ve'enash, that any person who asks from any god and person until 30 days. Lahen minach malka, therefore from you, king, lahen, therefore minach malka, yitrameh, he will be thrown from you. Min kodamach is like a contraction of the word from before you. So minach is like from you. Min otcha, actually, it would be. Mimecha, yeah. Yitrameh legov aryawatha, that he will be lifted and thrown into the pit, legov aryawatha, of the arayo, with the aleph, the lions. Ane malka answers, yeah.
Well, gov is, it could be seen as grove also, no, like.
Could be, yeah.
Like grove, like a little.
Yeah, could very possibly be, because also a vav is sometimes confused for a resh if the vav is slightly longer. Again, how the nuances could also cause people to read something a wrong way and pass it on, and that's really where the game of broken telephone. People who don't check the source of where these people are reading from. So Yitrameh legov aryawatha. Ane Malka answers the king, ve'amar. Yatziva milta answers the king and says, Yatziva. It is, netziv is like to be established, stand, exist. Yatziva milta, this word. Kedat madai ufaras. Dilo te'adeh. That it will not be removed. This law is firmly established in the rules of Persia, of Media and Persia. Interesting why first here Media and then Persia. Normally it's Paras u'Madai. Here all of a sudden it's Madai u'Paras.
Is it?
In the text here, yeah, but usually it's always the opposite.
Yatziva milta.
Milta is like the milah, this thing, this word that was established. Kedat madai ufaras di lo te'adeh shelo tasir, that it will not be removed. Bedain, and then anu ve'amrin, they answer and say, Kodam Malka, di DaNiiEL, that DaNiiEL, again, just this lashon hara, that DaNiiEL di min bnei galuta, that he is from the children of the galut, di Yehud, that he is a Yehudi, meaning specifically from the tribe of Yehuda. Lo sam alach malka te'em. Did you not place? He didn't place over himself the king's decree. Val esra di reshamta. Val esra di reshamta. And on this prohibition that you signed off on. Bezimnin tlafa beyoma. And 3 times a day. And times, how many times? Tlafa, 3. Beyoma, in a day. Ba'e ba'uthe. He begs or asks his prayer or says his prayer.
I'll have it now.
Yeah.
It'll go bad and whatnot, all these different things. Okay.
Should I try to read it? Yeah. Sorry about that. We just don't want the sirens in the recording. It's just very bad on playback, of course. And we're trying to do it at night, so normally that wouldn't happen, but, God forbid, hopefully everything's alright. But anyway, it says, Edain Malka Kedi Milta Shama, and then the king, Kedi Kasher Milta Shema, when he, this word heard, it's again, to flip it into English, when he heard this word, that DaNiiEL was not listening to this new decree that they signed in, which is a ridiculous decree, for 30 days active only, just to try to get DaNiiEL. So it says, Sagi ba'ish alohi. It was, Sagi is a lot, ba'ish is,
Bountiful.
What?
Right?
Sagi.
It's like it's full, it's
Right. How did you remember it?
I don't know, I just remember that word, Sagi.
Right. Sagi ba'ish, it was extremely bad, alohi, over him. Ve'al DaNiiEL sam bal l'shezavuteh, and over DaNiiEL he placed a ruling or a plea to save him.
What's the word? Yeshiziv.
L'shezavuteh, save him, to save him.
Save him?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
That's literally what it is. Yeah. Wait. He set his heart upon saving DaNiiEL. Okay. Sambal, he placed, interesting, Sambal is like symbol. Yeah. And Baal, he placed some kind of thing. Baal is like otiot lev, that he in his heart wanted to save him. How does the Malbim say? Because he knew who DaNiiEL is, he knew his worth. He rules over the whole kingdom. He was supposed to be promoted over those 120 people because of his great, stature. Yeah. So
and he himself is disregarding this.
Right.
This edict or whatever it is.
Yeah, he was so good to him, but yeah, he didn't even realize when they were signing off, they were saying to him like all these nice words just to get him to sign this thing, because really what their intention was is to do that. It was just not foreseen at that moment, and that's exactly could be what's going on. People try to pass these laws to try to do certain evils, God forbid.
You don't even see the long-term effects of it.
Exactly. It seems so harmless over here if you don't think it through and you don't know what their motive is to do all these kinds of things. But yeah, I mean, this whole thing is teaching the inside workings of like a kingdom, of all these kinds of things. So
wow, that's very interesting.
It's
relevant even today, you know. Like.
Also, what was, because we were saying like maybe Madai and Media and Media. Paras Madai. If you just read it, Paras it's Pirsum, which is lefarsem, is to make known, is to publicize, which is like the media, which is to make, spread the word and spread things like that. So who knows all these things?
Else, or it's only
paras could be also to like spread. Well, literally lifros, ufros kenaf sukat shlomecha. That's a good use of that. But yeah, like paras umadai, what these things really mean and everything. But we'll see. These are just what we're working, what we're noticing. We're just noticing different things. Okay, so it says that he was extremely disturbed by this, but he wanted to help DaNiiEL in his heart.
And who is this again?
This is now the king who took over, because I remember after the writing on the wall, he said your kingdom is going to be lost to.
Did we ever land on where Nebuchadnezzar was, or this has to be after he split the kingdom up already, right?
Yeah, it sounds like he's as you said, he's been killed off in a
off-screen death.
Off-screen death, yeah.
Right, like
that's exactly what it sounds like.
Or again, it's probably someone else in the Gemara or something. It probably explains.
Well, yeah, it could go in more detail, but exactly here in the text, they would just give you like outlines, but bullet points. But yeah, seemingly that's exactly what happened. So, yeah, it says.
Or is he grazing on grass? Right, as we said. He was grazing on grass. No.
Yeah, he was humbled. He was living like an animal. He said, "You think you're on top of the world? I'll send you out. You'll be like the beasts of the field once again."
It's not a bad way to live, honestly. I mean, assuming you're not animalistic,
right.
Assuming you literally just live off of the land, like.
Right, that is good. But here it made it sound like he's literally going to be living like an animal, like just a beast of the field.
It could. I was thinking maybe it's.
I mean, live off the earth, yeah, but it's like foregoing all the riches of the kingdom, all the servants, everything. So
that's what I was thinking, like.
Just as you said, living out there on your own. Finding.
Just to tie it to a pop culture thing, the farm that Thanos retires to. Like again, this guy had armies and
right.
He had a kingdom and he destroyed planets. He was a conqueror and this and that. And simply at the end of his conquest, he retires to a farm. He exiles himself.
What would he do at a farm? Who knows? Yeah.
Live off of the land. That's it.
Right.
Nothing. That's it. He
so funny that he has to like
did his
eat.
Duty.
He has to eat. That's so funny. Yeah.
And he considers himself a god. Yeah. Of course.
Right. Exactly. That's funny.
He knows. I mean, I don't know if you think.
Right. Right. So it says.
I don't know if we could dissect. I don't know if that means anything.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Thanos.
We could see. Yeah. Don't have to see. But yeah. Ve'ad me'alai. Okay. So it says. Right. He placed some kind of. Unclear what a bal is exactly.
What a what? A bal? You said it has to do with the heart, maybe like a.
Yeah, because that's how it's translated in English. Like he.
You think it's black magic? He flipped his heart, maybe? No. He gave him like an opposite heart, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, Baal and Lev are for sure connected. Rabbi Akiva teaches different things on that. I just don't know like how it's just translated in context. Maybe Baal is like without. Maybe he's saying like some Baal. He placed him as a Baal, which is without or not, meaning he's not included within that decree. Yeah, he like wanted to not include him within that rule that's saying DaNiiEL is above that. He's Baal Tosif is like you shouldn't add or you shouldn't include him to save him, meaning he said he's not included. I guess that's how it's used in this context, but yeah, just to not get too stuck on it.
Baal is also something else.
Baal with a ayin is something else. Baal literally bed lamed.
Yeah.
Right. So it says ve'ad me'alei shimsha have mishtadar lehatzaluthe, and until the setting of the sun, or until the sun set, he made every effort to rescue him. Hava mishtadel in modern Hebrew. It's interesting.
Wow.
Lehatzaluthe, to be able to try to save him. Bedain, and then Guvraya, these men, the men, which ones? Ilech, these men. It's interesting language again, how it's phrased. Hirgishu al Malka, they now were very passionate about the king. Ve'amrin the Malka, and they are saying to the king, Da Malka, no king, di dat lemadai paras, that this is a rule for Media and Persia. This is a rule for Madai paras. Di hol esar ukayam di Malka yehakim lo lehashnaya, that every single prohibition ukayam and promise that the king yehakem, that he will make kayam, make exist, or uphold, like kum is to stand up, that he will stand up this edict, lo lehashnaya, it is not to be changed. So it's interesting, the king's name at the start of DaNiiEL was Hamelech Yehoyakim, and here the word is like Yehakem, which is to...
The word is ukayam, no?
Yehakem.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, there's different words here. But we'll see. So it says Bedain Malka Amar. Then the king said LeDaniel.
Oh, it says, okay, fine. I was still on the line before. Sorry.
Right. Yeah, no problem.
Yehakem di Malka Yehakem la.
Yeah, will Hakim will rise it up.
Is that having
Lo lehashanaya. It is not to be shinui. It is not to be shoneh. It is not to be changed. Meaning, like, you've already made it a rule, so you can't change from it now. It's crazy. Right, Bedain, and then the Malka, the king, says...
amendments? They don't believe in amendments?
Right, yeah, apparently not. V'haithiu LeDaniel. He said, and v'haithiu, and they brought forth DaNiiEL, uremu leguba di aryawatha. And he throw him into the pit of where the lions are. Anei Malka ve'amar LeDaniel, answers the king.
They use a different word now.
Yeah, before it was legov, and here it's like leguba.
Leguba.
Right. Leguba di aryawata. Yeah, I don't know. It says, Anei Malka ve'amar LeDaniel, answers the king and says to DaNiiEL, Elahach, your God, di ant palachle, that you serve to him, you serve before Hashem. Not to him, to Hashem was one, of course.
Ant is what?
Ant is you, ata. The nun like drops off, but here it's again Kriyan Ktiv. Palachle b'thedira, that you serve him daily, frequently. Hu yishezvinach, that God is going to save you.
B'thedira is daily?
Yeah. You heard the expression tadir v'shei, no tadir kodem? It means
maybe.
Like that which is frequent. Like if you say whatever's more frequent is what you say first. So on Shabbat, even if it's on a Chag, you first say Ritzeh and then you say, because Shabbat is more frequent than the Chag, so you give it more respect. So tadir. So
it's first.
Frequent, yeah.
Frequent.
So that's why you would say it first, exactly, yeah. So it says, V'hathayaf even hada V'heithayith even hada v'sumath al pum guba, and was taken a stone that is sharp, v'sumat al pum guba, and it was placed al. Well, chad is single, but here I think it means specifically sharp. Like you can't even then, once it's put in place, you can't touch it because it's so sharp. Like it's all this jagged edges, I guess, so that somebody can't try to open up the lion's pit. They just place him in there and they seal it with a rock that would be sharp to touch. So you can't even try to push it away. Yeah.
Sealed it away?
What?
Shumat is they sealed it, right? No?
Sumat. The sumat is that in the feminine, that rock was placed. The sumat in she, that rock.
Sam.
Yeah, from the word sam, al pum, on the mouth of the guba, on the mouth of the cave, or this lion's pit.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Vaititi ibn Hada.
Vehetayit. That's a weird word also. Vehetayit.
Right.
Have we seen
And a rock was brought just before this, when they brought DaNiiEL. V'haithiyu. V'haithiyu le DaNiiEL. So here it's like V'haithayit ibn Hada. And they placed a...
And they brought forth, no?
Yeah, they brought and placed over the mouth of the den. They don't even pay attention to the word chada. Even achat, no, so you're right. Here it's used as one, not as sharp. Although chad is sharp as well. So, okay, the Malbim says that, chada here is meaning one in the feminine. So I thought that would be achat or chad. Yeah, I guess that's how you say it in this Aramaic, which is slightly different than the Targum.
Their dialect, yeah.
Yeah, so it says... V'chatma malka be'iskate, and chatam.
Who knows? It could be that maybe Chada was like telling them maybe that each one of them brought a stone. No, I don't know. Or they just bring one big stone.
Could be.
I don't know. Like Eben Chada. Maybe it's just maybe one singular stone, so you wouldn't think that.
Right.
They all brought one stone. Maybe it's just telling you it was one large singular stone.
Right, could very well be.
Okay.
Right, so it says v'chatma malka be'izkethe, and chatam, right, is to sign.
Yeah.
Sign the king did be'izkethe with his ring.
Be'izkethe. Like a seal, like a wax seal?
Yeah, exactly. Be'izkat Rav Revanoi, and with the seal of all of these 120 servants.
Where would we see that word?
It's used in the Targum in Megillat Esther.
I'm just curious.
His signet, yeah.
How does it like? Maybe again, ayin. The zayin is like again the scribble, maybe or not the scribble. The I don't know the action of it. The zoo's part of it. Like the stamp.
Yeah, it could very well be.
Kuf, I don't know. What's the kuf? I don't know. Maybe it's like also like with the will of Hashem, like Kodesh. Like it's just.
To plug it into, like why is Izkat meaning that? You're saying signet, Oz, right? Oz is the might, has to do with like kingship. Kat, but that's with a kaf. Could be again. Well, I don't know.
Ozek, no. Ozek yad, no.
No, yeah.
It's interesting that Ozek and Chozek are.
Yeah, they're also Ozek. Connected. Yeah, like. Why words share two of the same symbols in the same order except one word?
You turn off
one symbol.
Flip the ayin upside down. It's a chet.
Yeah, exactly. I think that is some kind of connection on a very deep level, but beyond us right at this moment.
Again, chozek yad, right. It's similar. It's a very similar. Like that is your strength. Is your stamp on things. Whatever it is.
Right.
Like that's your word. Whatever it is.
Could very well be. We have to keep. Trying to see, yeah. So it says Edain, and then Azal Malka Lehichal. Oh wait.
Oh, sorry, no.
So yeah, V'chatmeh be'izkateh, and with the signets of his Rav Revanoi, of his servants, those leaders, those 119. Dilo tishne tzevu beDaNiiEL, that they should not change the decree, the command in DaNiiEL, about DaNiiEL. So Edain, and then Azal Malka Lehichal, then went did the king to his heichal, uvath.
What's that again? His dominion.
Yeah, to where his
dwelling chambers.
Exactly, is where the king is present. For all his kingly duties.
Uvath. He also went to the like Hechal Hashem, that it could be alluding to the Hechal of Hashem, like.
It could be in a way
Yeah,
because
like a-
because the king who's in power of the world is some kind of resemblance. So that's why, like, when it says Hamelech and like they parallel, right? But in
The
Aramaic,
king of the world is essentially doing God's will. He's
yeah, I mean, in a way that you wouldn't be there if God didn't put you there for a
Right.
specific reason. But yeah, we'll see. But it says Uvat Tewath Wedachawan Lo Hanel Kadamoy. Okay, what does that mean?
Uvat. That sounds like daughter. I don't know.
Right. Oh, so Uvat is like Ubayit, and then he
Oh,
went
okay.
home to like sleep, right? He spent the night, Tevath, which is fasting apparently. Lan beta'anit. Yeah, he went to sleep.
Hungry, like.
Yeah, fasting kind of over this thing. V'dachawan lo hanel kadamoy, and no diversions were brought to him. What does that mean?
Dachavan.
Yeah.
Decision,
Tahun
maybe?
perush v'shulchan le'echol.
Maybe decision. No.
So no type of table. No, I can't even. I don't know what that would be. Right. No type
No,
of
no. It's, again,
shulchan was brought. V'yesh omrim chedva v'yesh omrim pilag shav. So either his bread to eat, or happiness, or his side girls.
To him, Lahanel was brought to him.
Yeah, laha'alot, right. Lo han'el, it was not lifted up, kodamoy, to be there.
Yeah.
V'shinte, in his sleep, nadath alohi, and his sleep was exiled from him, like na v'nad, yeah. That Hashem told Cain, na v'nad, you're going to be like moving about and
Wow.
wandering. Yeah.
You're nodding off.
Yeah, kind
You're
of.
nodding in and out. Like you can't really sleep.
Right, so Bedain, and then Malka b'shaprap bishparpara yekum benageha uvehit bahala leguba diaryawatha azal. Okay, that's how to break that down. Bedain, and then the king
Para.
Bishpar para yakum. I think that means in like the morning.
Benagha.
In the
Yakum
first light of
benagha.
dawn. Yeah. The king arose and rushed ubehit bahala, and with behilu, with confusion.
What was Bishpar Para?
The light of dawn. In the first part of the day.
Got up. Benagha was Benagha.
So Bishpar Para is the light, and Binogha is the of dawn. Apparently, no. When the day starts to glow from the
I've never
sun.
heard that word before, referring to light. Bishpar Para.
Yeah. Bashachar, yeah.
Papar.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe Shemesh something.
Right, Binogha is a glow, so it starts to get a little bit brighter in the day, but Shpar Para is
Shofar of the cat.
Shachar. Yeah, I mean, who knows? In the rooster crows
Exactly. So maybe this is the time.
some
that
kind of
the,
yeah, it is like some kind of shofar kind of
the
thing.
shofar from the par.
Who knows? It has the word or backwards there, Who knows? Okay, but it says, right, so he awoke.
So strange.
Yeah, he awoke at dawn.
Uvehit behala.
Uvehith behala, and with confusion, confounding, like shockedness, leguba di aryawatha azal, to the pit of the lions did he go, that he went. So he just awoke up, and
Went
he,
there right away, yeah.
because he passed out from not eating, and which is hard sometimes, whatever. But I guess if you're too depressed, tired, you just pass out, and then all of a sudden
if
he woke up and just remembered DaNiiEL, and then he ran there.
I was about to say, if he's friends with DaNiiEL, whatever it is, or if he has the best intention for DaNiiEL in mind, as it's saying here, right? It's clearly saying that he wanted what's best for him, but he he also went against the decree. So like
Right, and they're forcing it. He tried to say that Daniel's
Yeah.
not in it and all these kinds of things, but yeah, they still did it. So it says, "Ukemikre leguba leDaniel," and when he and just when he got close,
Korov, yeah.
leguba, to the pit, meaning leDaniel, to check on Daniel where Daniel is. Bikal atziv zeik ane malka ve'amar leDaniel, with a voice that is kol, atziv, sad, zeik, he like shrieked, he called out,
Oh, okay. Zeik, yeah.
za'aka. Ane malka ve'amar leDaniel, answers the king and says to Daniel, Daniel
What is he
eved.
answering? No one asked him a question. No one asked
Right,
him.
it's interesting language, of course. It says, Daniel aved elaha haya, Daniel, the servant of the God that is alive, of the God that is living. Elahach, your God, di'ant palach le betedira, that you serve before God frequently, betedira, daily. Heichal l'shezvutach min aryavata. Hayichil l'shezvutach min aryavata. Is this God able to save you from the lions? Edain Daniel im malka malil. And then Daniel with the king spoke.
Malil.
Yep. Malka. What?
Malil. I never like.
Made milim, like asa milim. It says Malka, so he speaks even respectfully, even calling out from the pit. Malka le'almin chayu. King, long live the king. King live forever. Or may the king live forever. Elahi, my God, shalach malache, sent his angel, usagar pum aryawatha, and closed the mouth of the lions, velo chabluni, and they did not harm me.
Chabluni, chebel, no?
Yeah, lechabel is to damage, even in modern Hebrew. Kol kovel di kadmohi, all because of all opposite di kodamohi, that before God, zachu hishtakhat li, merit, zchut, was found for me, ve'af kodamach malka, and also for before you, king, was found this merit. Chabula lo avdith, any damage will not be made, will not happen, because I guess he was concerned for his well-being, and he tried to prevent it from happening. But it says Bedain Malka Sagi.
So he's asking him to come bring him out of the pit, and nothing's going to happen to you. Is that what he's saying?
No, yeah, I think that's going to happen. It says Sagi Alat Te'ev Aloi. It was such good over him that he heard these words.
Well, Daniel, yeah.
Was very glad, right? Ule Daniel Amar Lahansaka min guba.
The goodness was plentiful.
Right, and to Daniel he said Lahansaka, to lift him, La'alot min guba, to lift him from this lion's den. Vehusak Daniel min guba, and Daniel was lifted out from this lion's den.
By who?
The people. Vechol chaval lo hishtakach ben, any single damage was not found in him. Di heimin be'elahem, because he was trustworthy, or he trusted in Hashem. Again, emunah is not belief or faith, but emunah is complete trust on evidence and logic.
Oh.
What happened?
Chaval's man.
Chaval, right?
Right.
Chaval is it's a pity, but yeah, it's to damage, or chaval, it literally damages your time, but chaval al hazman, over the time. Yeah, who knows? But it says Ve'amar Malka, and answers the king and says Ve'haithiu guvraya ilech di achlu kartsoi di Daniel. Bring forth those men that literally, it's such weird language. I still don't know. Yeah, it's like
The Achalu, it's right out of the Haggadah, man.
Right. That's true, yeah.
Oh, maybe it's the Hachal? No, the Achal.
The men who had slandered Daniel. Again, this language of V'ishlichu et hamalshinim. Yeah.
What?
It's like weird language. Achalu kartsoi is like they ate his reputation, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kortsoi is something.
Ratzoi sounds familiar, no? What's that word, Ratzoi?
Ratsoy, I don't know, Rats, to want, Ratson. I'm not sure exactly. But it says, so now bring those people that slandered Daniel right now, ulegovar yabatharemu, into the...
maybe, no, that got in his way, right? That the Achaluk, yeah, that like, foil, that...
It's hard, yeah, I don't know.
According to his plan, Ratzoi, like his...
Koratsoy, yeah, I don't really know how, because they translate the meaning, they don't translate it word for word, literally, so they're just giving you what it's supposed to mean, but it's important to understand the actual words. Achlu literally is to eat, Kortsoy is his, like, portion or something.
But it's not Achlu, it's Achalu. So it's like,
right, but in Aramaic.
Oh.
Yeah. So it says, Ulegovar yabatharemu, and to the lion's pit, to the lions remove, throw them. Inun b'nehen oneshehon. Wow. Remu, like ram, like ram is to lift them. Yeah, like tarim, to lift them. Remu is to now throw them. Hishlichu. Inun b'nehon oneshehon. Them, their children, and their wives. V'lo matu le'arit guba adi shalitu behon aryavata. They didn't even have a chance to fall to the floor of the thing until they were dominated, were completely overtaken behon aryawatha, that the lions completely just devoured them. Like they didn't even have a chance to be dropped to the floor until the lions already just ripped them apart. Vikol garmehon,
when they were trying to save Daniel,
hidiku, and all of their bones were damaged. They broke all of their bones, the lions. Heziku, remember the Dalet Zayin. So
Haziku is to destroy?
Hazik is to damage, yeah. Chabel, what's the difference to Chabel and Lehazik? We could look it up. Chas v'shalom shalom nada, but we'll look it up in the dictionary. Alright. The lions overpowered them and crushed all of their bones. Yeah. Ouch. Okay, Bedain, and then Daryavish Malka, Daryavish the king, Katav lechol amemaya umaya velishnaya. Then he wrote a letter, he wrote a book detailing these events. I wrote an article to all of the nations, kingdoms, and languages, dairin, that are dwelling bechol ar'a, in all of the land, shlamchon yiske, and this is the letter that he wrote, may your peace increase.
Shalom yiske.
Right.
That's a nice way to greet someone.
Shlamchon yiske, right.
It's like another way of saying many blessings, like.
Yeah.
That your shalom should be increased or bountiful.
Right.
Pleasantness shall be bountiful.
Yeah. Min kadamai sim teim. From before me, place a ruling or a decree. Di behol shaltan malchuti, that in all of the governance of my kingdom, lehon zayin, that everyone should be trembling. What?
Sorry, I have 3 boxes over there. How do I?
You have to click after the Vav there and delete.
There's no Vav.
But after the boxes, click to the left of the boxes and press delete.
Okay. I could delete the boxes and then it just says Lehen. Right?
Yeah.
So, if I delete it, it just says Lehen.
And that word is supposed to be Lehon. So type of Vav. Hebrew QWERTY, and no, that's Tet. Above is the O. And press go.
Command H.
No, Option O.
Option O.
There, you added the dot. Lehevon.
So how do I get? Can I get rid of the hey? The
what?
How do I get rid of the ta'am on the hey? Not the ta'am. Sorry, the.
You don't need to get rid of anything.
The sickle, the hey.
Why do you want to get rid of it? That's the vowelization.
Lehevon. Oh, okay, fine.
In Aramaic, yeah. Okay. Lehevon. The only time the boxes could appear is when you're using that font, and when it's only for a vav.
I know. I should have switched
in the
font a long time ago.
No, it's all right. This font, again, some of the nikud it has its own little quirks in this version, but we'll improve it. B'ezrat Hashem. It says. So right, Lehevon. So he's saying that now all of the people living in my kingdom, they should be zayin, that they should be trembling, V'dachalin, and fearing min kodam elahe di DaNiiEL, from before the God of DaNiiEL. Dihu elaha chaya, that who, meaning the God, the giver of the Torahs, Hey Vav Aleph, is elaha chaya, that is a God that is alive, v'kayam le'almin, and existing for universes, existing forever. Umalchute di lo titchabal, and God's kingdom will never be damaged. V'shaltaneh ad sofa, and God's dominion is until the very end. Mesheziv, right? Mesheziv umatzil, saves and saves. Again, how would you translate Mesheziv?
Yeah.
Both of those words. It translates he delivers and saves, which is cheap. Like, what does that mean?
What does he deliver?
Yeah. What is that?
Amazon Prime over here.
Exactly. What is that? That's like a easy way to try to get out of
maybe
that.
he delivers his enemies, obviously, but I don't know. It could be poetic, maybe. I don't know. He's praising Hashem, so it could be very poetic. That is. Could be Mesheziv, Atin umatzil v'hitam. I don't know.
Podeh umatzil. That's how it would be translated by Yosef ibn Yehiya. Rabbi Yosef ibn Yehiya. Okay, I don't know. Either way.
Sheziva chapara.
Sheziv umatzil.
That's in
the Kaddish.
Yeah.
Right. This is where, again, the Aramaic. Right, so it says basically whatever the difference is between those two words. I don't know. We don't know.
In the Sephardic.
Be'aved athin v'timahin bishmaya u'be'ara. Who makes otot u'moftim. Makes futuristic signs and moftim, nature-changing miracles. The Malbim, the Gra, explain.
Mofet. Balasali was Baalei Mofet.
Right.
Family, right?
Right, Baalei Moftim. Bishmaya be'ara, in the heavens and on earth, Tisheziv le DaNiiEL, that was able to save DaNiiEL min yad aryawatha, from the hands of the lions, from being in those proximity with the lions. VeDaNiiEL dina, and this DaNiiEL hatzlach b'malchut Daryavish. What does that mean? And this DaNiiEL. Thus DaNiiEL prospered in the reign of Daryavish, during the reign Hatzlach b'malchut Daryavish, and then he was again successful in the kingdom of Daryavish, b'malchut Koresh Parsa'a, and from Koresh the Persian.
Okay.
All right.
There's a pay there, yeah.
Yeah. This is a pitucha. Kol tuf.